sense. But any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know, it's the young.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Outside. 53 is the money. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll run it with Bell. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and 12, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing here on third down, Darnold, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a first down carry by Bell. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check, check. Lucky.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 13. Check 13. Young lady. Ready.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First down.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 30-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the pass complete to Anunwa. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's been a long day for you. Oh, lady. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball again. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, lady. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Oh, here we go. Out.
Here's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Anunwa that time.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
180. Here we go. Run.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
7, Jets, nothing.
following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Jets take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold now to throw. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, alert 33. 57, come on. Hey. All day, dog. Mike's 57's mine.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get to throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, 3rd down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game. Game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Alpha. Recon, 152 fighter. 54 Mike. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Let's get it.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed. Some inches and ended up losing yardage. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Hey, watch 7.
Here's Darnold. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run with Cannon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
53, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Hey, 80. Check 3.
On third down, here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
He's checking. Hey, Delta. Kill.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mayfield now. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he gets it down to the 32.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Back to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Now it's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's coming.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Bring it.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Chris Herndon. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Bell. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Browns drive about to get started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
To throw is Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Darnold looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Returnable here for Callaway. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mayfield now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pilot, 64, weak. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check it back.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Jets, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, The loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Reaction, my name. Challenging.